and give me useful. I'll add one more sheet here, which is
سواء كان بسيار مشخص بسيار مشخص بالباز بمسؤول دارتن باقي قسمتها كاسان جوا بسيار مشخص معلوم بشكل چیست؟ Hi Ruchi and hi Rima. I think the women participants are late back from lunch, so we are going to call them up about it. Only one person, only Nagina was on time. Adi over there. Mujhe kasas. To fikr kadam zar gunajan wadi chadar ish mana shidna. Neyse, kasbi kasbi. Yeah, but they should be coming back. It's still 2 o'clock. Does anybody have a phone number? Do you have a phone number? Kasat number? But हम यहाँ के नाम की वो बन की kasas दिया. Shun पूजा हम मंतज़र हैं.
We have to have action research about this topic.
تدريش مدخل اللي يتعرضوا إليك ما واش ولا يوخي
إحنا وش بالنسبة I mean, mentors, mentees are the high pattern for the the group starting.
Yes.
Ashuma Mentistan, Abdul Jabbar Mehban, Muhammad Nasir Nasir. Alia Sadat, Fazila, what? Jamila Mahmuzada or Mariam Mr. Anwarullah, Abdullah Danish, Muhammad Wali Wali, Wajahmatullah Al-Israfi. Muhammad Wali Wali from the root is. Ask them recent.
change
Recent biology terms are available. For either device. Okay, so we were proposing to have an action research on why the ladies are late every day. Is that true? I don't need to read it. Not today, just today. Just today? Yes. Let's do the research. What was the reason that they were late? Okay, Mr. Karamula would like to research this problem. Let's be on time. Let's not be known for being late. So tomorrow we will all be on time. So Hamrai Ma'am, Mr. Abdul Rahman Safi, Rahmatullah Kafir was Gullah Nivashan. Hamrai Ma'am, Nasima Ahmadiyya, Zarbana, Muhammad Aryan Nivashan. Oma Shuma Devi.
She's actually.
Okay. Hamrai Ruchio Dhwani Majlis Tashkent Bancha وعشان قلت تشويشاي شماركي شو ناوس كيفان تايمي سنش مسايبش ميرامين يا ميرامين وأنا كنت شوني كويا بروساس مشان صدق تكرار واللي صدق بدل نيسي تيجي فايدة حق النهائي مشتمل أمي اشتباه كردنش وغلط كردن وإصلاح كردنش جزء بروساس تدري قدام تشميش طاقة شنيستا هذه السنة की मामी खाई की अमी तो दिखा हम ये स्तर बाइनस और ये के नुमाइंदा नजर से दिखाया गया नुमाइंदा इसके दिखाया मी एक्शन प्लान अवल ड्राफ्ट का नजर शेयर में कुने की रुचि उद्वनी सरश तबसरा में कुने की माफी पैक शेयर हाथ कदम नुस्खे शकी शेयर में कुने अजूबुल मायावी से मम्मी का ज़मीन रकम सही है ज़मीन रकम सही है स्ट्रेस जब बदर कुल मम्मी पर आज दो ग्रुप दिखा कि मिखाया की शुमा मिखाया are you there Ruchi
Yes, I'm there.
okay and Rima so we are going to it's not so we are going to go ahead with 2 more action plan presentations and we will look to you for some feedback on them so that they can go back to the drawing board and start redoing their action plans. And we have now I have informed them about the mentee-mentor grouping. Okay, so the next person will come.
Hello, ma'am. Hope you're fine.
Hi, Marian.
Hi. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine.
Okay, good. So the action plan, my action research topic is about how to help teachers with knowledge and skills needed for CLT communicative language teaching effectively.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. So the input that I have decided for the resources, there will be human resource, human resource, and the second one is academic resource. It has 2 parts, primary resources and secondary resources. From primary, we can use observations and we can collect through surveys, through inquiries, and the second one is secondary sources that from internet or literature review or from Google Scholar, like these websites, or from other books. The other one is financial resources. In that we will decide on expenses that is for maybe travel expenses or communication or like these expenses. And next is activities part. In the activities, I have decided for 2 things. The first one is planning section and the second one is implementation. In the planning section, I'm going to identify the problem first, and after that, read the literature review. After that, I will write the literature. Beside that, I will create an action plan and also develop a data collecting tools. It is the planning side. And the second one is implementation area. In this section, for implementing, I will design, I will take action, and according to that action, I will design. And my design is about design TPD to support learning. It will be 2 parts. One is workshop and one is collaboration class in classroom. In the workshop, I will give them 2 workshops. The first one is on writing reflection, and the second one is on communicative language teaching. There will be a workshop. And in the collaboration of a classroom, after the first workshop, the teacher must try to reflect upon her self teaching. And the second one, and after the workshop 2, the teacher must use the approach to improve a student's oral communication in the class.
Yes, Mariam. So what would be your action? Because every time you're saying you will do some action, but what exactly is the action? Workshop is one of the action, right?
Yes, I will make an activity and to teach. For example, there are many activities. Role plays is also for
Yeah.
one of CLT games, so we can use that. There are many.
Yes.
I will first I will see the class that which kind of activities they are interested. So
See, I'm suggesting something. First, you go through all these different activities like games or role play, and get an idea of what is involved in these kind of activities. Then you know, talk to teachers about these activities, that these kind of things are there, and do you think it can be done in your classroom? Also observe their classrooms and see. Okay, then you make one such activity with the teachers,
okay, yeah,
because you know, the activities which might be available on internet may not be suitable for Afghanistan context, you know, because you know where your students, what is the level of your students and where you have to start. So
okay,
some of those activities might be either at high level or at lower level. So you need to decide where to start from. So that is what you need to develop with the teachers. Develop one or two activities with the teachers, then you go to them with them to the school when they are implementing these activities, observe them, and then observe different teachers, make these teachers talk to each other, maybe on Zoom call, maybe by physically meeting each other. They can talk to each other and tell each other what happened in their class, what was useful, what was not useful. Then based on that, you revise the activity and implement again. So
yeah,
that would be one way of doing action research. I'm not saying you exactly follow what I am telling, but I am giving you an idea of how to make this action plan better.
yes,
Okay.
that was useful. Okay, the third one is participation. In the participation, I have selected the school principals and teacher students. The teacher is English teacher, and the students would be in class 4, 5, 6th grade, because till 6 we
Okay.
have open school for girls.
Yeah, fourth, fifth, sixth grade would be appropriate for, because till that level they would have at least developed some language and they can move forward. If you take a very young students, they will not be able to speak in anything else apart from their mother tongue. In
Yeah.
fact, the sixth grade students would be most appropriate for your work, the kind of work that you are doing.
Yes, right, Miss.
Okay.
Um, uh, Next section is outcomes. Okay, I have decided that okay, the section what you will measure. Okay, teacher, I will measure that if the teacher is implementing the CLT approach, that would be definitely okay. I will use the which activity, that depends on that. First, I will do a research on it, that it should be role play or any other game, or then I will write it later. Okay, the next one is impact. Okay, I want to I hope to experience action research in different in other different context also. This is the change that I want to bring in myself. And okay, the next section, what data will you collect? The data I will collect will be artifacts, observations, inquiry. And the next one, why are you collecting this data? To implement.
Just wait. About the data you collect. So this is observation as one.
Yes.
Okay. But I would suggest you also write your notes, reflection notes about your discussion with the teachers. When you discuss this first time with the teacher, what did the teacher say? Why do you think teachers think like that about that approach? Whether they were positive for it or not that are positive? What any ideas about how to introduce these ideas to them? So you write every day when you talk to them, you write some notes, make a copy.
Okay.
Okay, make a journal and you write down this. So that could also be the data. Other kind of data can also be, if the teachers want, about, you know, you go into the classroom and you observe, ask the teacher to do any activity for communicative language teaching, which they feel is useful, which they have been doing, and just record that what did the teacher do when when you ask them what they feel is useful. So you will get teachers' idea of what do they think communicative. Then you discuss these ideas together and you suggest your activity, which involves maybe it could be game, it could be role play, and see how teachers respond, and then try to develop that activity. So all these discussions are also data,
Yes,
which you can write about and can use as data itself.
yes, right. That is useful. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, the next section, who is going to collect it? I'm going to collect the data. And from whom will you need permission? I will need the permission from the school principal beside the teacher herself. I will ask first if she is willing to participate in this action research. And the last one, what are the tools I need to create that are observation form or template? The next one is interview question or guideline, and video recordings, camera for photography, and it could be group discussions and also surveys. That was all, miss. Thank you.
Dhwani also wanted to say something, please.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Rima, you go ahead.
No, I was saying that in addition to conducting interviews with the teachers, you could
Okay.
perhaps also look at conducting some interviews, or say focus group discussion might be better with the students,
Yes, right.
right? To sort of also understand what they feel about, their current English classes.
Okay.
What are they learning? What are some of the challenges, and what they feel could be some of the ways or activities which they think it could help them to learn better. So maybe like a focus group discussion with the students might also be useful to get a sense, in addition to getting data or say from the teachers or from the government about their English, say writing, speaking, and other skills. This could also be another way of trying and understanding.
Okay, thank you. I will sure think about it.
Sure. Thank you.
And just one, you'll have to disable your. So, okay.
Sorry, there is an echo.
So
If
the
two
other
people are
point
in the
is,
same room, it echoes.
Mariam, that in the
Yes.
beginning, when you were talking about resources and sources, they're
Yes.
two different things. So your sources would be your data source. So, for example, Rima gave example of you talking to the students. So the
Yeah.
source of that entire process would be your FGD analysis, or the points that the students share. Resources, on the other hand, would be like you were talking about monetary resources that you need to plan. So your proposal is almost, you're suggesting that you are designing an intervention, right? So
Yes.
designing an intervention, you need to see that life cycle. You need to see how much time do you have to
Yes.
plan the workshop, the feasibility of the workshop versus matching that with the teacher's ability. So your proposal is very interesting, but maybe you need to further condense it, make it more specific and a little easier for you to achieve in 3 months. So when you take this ahead, I think with your field mentor and your academic mentor, I think they'd be able to sort of, provide you that feedback on how to condense it further.
Okay. Thank you, miss.
Thank you.
Good day.
I have also a question. No, just.
Okay, may I go?
You can go.
Rahula, if you're saying something to us, we can't hear you.
Actually, I wanted to ask Mariam about the workshop. So, as she shared that she has planned to conduct workshop for the teachers.
Yes.
So, have you think about the resources for that workshop? So, how many days you will conduct and who will support you regarding the cost? Yeah, about the financial issue. So.
That depends on my own motivation. I will try my best to do it by myself. First, I will ask, 1 day workshop is enough? If I have 2 subjects, so I will give them 2 workshops. That depends on the situation.
You have to make up your mind about
Yes.
what you want to do.
Yeah.
And where you get the resources from, because you cannot just imagine things.
Yes,
You
right.
have to-
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should
I
be
have to first
clear
I
about
have to
our plans. So if we
Make
want
them
to,
ready to participate in that.
if we want to utilize any kind of tools or any kind of activity we want to implement, so we should think about all aspects of that, financial issues, cultural issues, cultural restrictions, all these should be considered during the planning. So, thank you.
Yes, that's right. Okay, so I just noted down a few things which I will just mention to everybody. So one thing that Ruchi brought up was that you will need to decide on the activities in consultation with the teachers, and then she will have to get the teachers to try them out, share their experiences with her and with each other, because she's talking about 2 or 3 or I don't know how many teachers who will be trying her strategy for improving communication learning. And then based on what their experience is, she will further refine her strategy and maybe change it altogether or maybe change it around so that she can so that she can get the desired whatever she was the expected result from that. Also, she was told that in your activities you have to include reflections after this, thinking about it. That's also an activity. So after every time you try something or every time you do something, think about it. What happened when you make a record and you write document your reflections. So reflections after each action is also data. So when you're listing your data, that is also one kind of data you will have. So हर चीज की करते पास राज्य पर effective नहीं करनी उधर निष्ठा नहीं करनी intuition या nurture या adaptation वहाँ data skills we as well from the basic technique and then other data that she mentioned was observation report when you go to a class and observe. Discussions with teachers, tools की गुफ्तगू की पर्सन ऑब्जर्वेशन फॉर्म शुमा गुफ्तगू के इंटरव्यू गाइडलाइंस या एमटीबी गाइडलाइंस गुफ्तगू मशवरा दादा की स्टूडेंट्स हमें डिस्कस करते हैं कहानी तो इन्हीं फीडबैक देना शरीर में साथ की बात करेगी आज आखिरी ग्रुप खुदा तस्वीर है कि शेयरिंग कोना partner में कुना क्या रकम किया تشویش نداشته باشیم ما مثلا کسی کنه کده هیچ کم نمیشه اول دفعه همین که در تقریبا در 8 روان شدیم و صحیح است باز دوباره میتونیم آخر نیست شروع است
Hello, salam everyone. I have an action research topic. My action research topic is equal participation of girls and boys in the class. How to ensure equal participation girls and boys in the class in 3rd class of CBS class that we have in the Balkh province in Kishinde village. Unfortunately, there is no literacy and there is no computer and ICT. And we want to have equal participation during the lesson from the girls and boys. This is an opportunity in our class. Input at the first, I want to have a exam paper from the students and want to observation and checklist from the all girls and boys in the class and have and check exer exercise, yes. Check the examination papers and conduct focus group discussion in this class at the first. After that, at the activities, I decide to have no, at the activities, I want to interview of the teachers. I have an interview of the for teachers, and also I want to see exam result, some checklist of exam results in the class, and also conduct focus group discussion in our class. And at the activity, I want to have with the teacher some teach module lessons, model lesson, trainings like on-job trainings, and show for the teachers some films about the education, slideshow, pictures, textbooks, to have a good class for all of the students, girls and boys. At the participation, I want to work with all of the students and teachers. They are my participants, and work with the teachers to change their methodology and attend to all students and attend equal participation of all students during the lesson, and love all students in the class. This is about my participation, and how it come. I have decided to in this class we have a lot of outcomes, like attend girls regularly in the class, and in the writing something on the blackboard, attended in the class, and participate like the boys during the lessons. And I sure I have a lot change in this class, and like girls adventure, self-confident, be all of the girls have self-confidence, a change of behavior, and fresh and youthful during the lessons. And also, I'm sure there is a lot of change in the teacher, and the other teachers' methodology during the lessons. Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. Goel.
Okay, while Dhwani and Rima are figuring out their audio, so this is a very good topic that you have chosen, and we are really happy about that. However, you need to think about first level is the teachers itself. Because whatever the teachers' beliefs are about girls and boys, that will have an impact on the way they encourage participation in the classroom. So if the teacher believes that girls may not be able to understand something or are shy in speaking, then they may not give so much chance to girls in the class. But if the teacher feels that yes, girls should get equal chance as much as boys, then they will try to give the chance to girls also. Sometimes, even when you want to give chance, equal chance, the students may not be ready to speak that much, because that is how the situation is in their homes, in outside the schools. So when they, even when they are given the chance, they are not sure that, you know, they can speak so much. So in that cases, it takes a little bit of a time for students to understand that they really want, the teacher really wants you to speak, and they are willing to listen to you. So time is also required. So I think it is a very good problem that you have decided. And you will need to think about how to discuss this with teachers, how to first check whether they have this belief or not. And if not, then how are you going to convince them that girls should get equal participation? Once you convince them, you need to discuss what are the different ways and strategies that you can use in the classroom to give equal participation to the girls. Yes, Reema Dhwani, go ahead.
Nahi. Ruchi, I had the same question actually. I wanted to also understand whether is the participation at two levels. So is the teacher not including the girls intentionally or unintentionally in terms of their own beliefs and practices, beliefs and attitude towards including girls, or whether it's the girls themselves, do they have certain inhibitions? Is there something that's stopping them from participating in the classrooms? So I think this is a two-layered problem. We need to also address the teachers, but at the same time, we also need to work with the students, and especially the girl students, to sort of get them to open up and speak more and have their voice heard in the classrooms.
Have to shut your. No problem. Yeah. So my point was, Gunaji, that like Reema said, it's a two-layered problem. I think, and this is my personal opinion, you don't have to take it. Maybe you just focus on finding out why this is happening. So why is there low participation from the teachers' end? So you interview the students, the girl students, and you interview the teachers. So their perspective of why the girls don't participate, whether it's the training or the culture or, the content, and understanding why the girls don't part. Even if you focus on that much, that is a very, very good and very clear, and within 3 months, you can perhaps try to, achieve it. So the impact, the intended impact that you might, include in your proposal would be to arrive at the understanding of why why it isn't happening. And then you can perhaps just plan a very short workshop with teachers specifically to which focuses on strategies to improve girls participation. What are the different strategies? What kinds of activities can be done? What can the teachers adopt? And so there'll be two things. One is you'll have to create a tool to just understand the problem, and the second thing, you'll have to create a session plan, do some research on the variety of activities that are available and implement that with teachers. So two parts, rather than just and the intended impact might not be that the girls will participate even at the end of 3 months, but maybe the teachers would have tried something new. So just a little bit of reshaping, which I think your academic mentor will help you to. I hope I was clear. Sargunaji.
Yeah, you were, I will explain.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruchi and Reema and Dhwani. So what we'll do now is we have had one presentation from each group. Now we will go back and I will read out what I have picked up from your collective feedback, and then we can all go back and start reworking our action plans today. Is that okay?
And Zuleika, just one point. Do you think the field mentors have an idea of all, where the fellows are at? What kind of, what is their opinion? And
I am trying to send the format that you shared with me.
it's already shared with Anwarullah and Sadiq, Zuleika.
So if it is shared with Mr. Anwarullah and Sadiq, Mr. Anwarullah can share it because my data is not working well. Even the Wi-Fi they have over here is not.
No problem, no problem.
Trying to send it again and again, it's just not going. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So what I will propose is we might ask, in addition to the fellows, we might ask 2 field mentors. Perhaps we'd like to hear from Mr. Abdul Rahman Safi and Miss Alia Sadat if they have any thoughts. And I will share my screen for the format so that they have the format in front of them.
Alia Sadat is not in the room right now for some reason.
Okay.
And Mr. Sadat is also not there. So maybe somebody else can share.
Okay. Okay. All right. Why don't you do what you planned for, and then I will.
Come back to it. Huh?
Yeah.
There is a question before you leave. Yeah.
Sure.
Dhwani.
استاذ ممكن يجي اسم تلفظ بالنام يعني محترمه ما هي الاشتباه
They wanted to know how to pronounce Dhwani. So, because there is no consonant like the in Dari, so they were wondering how to say. They say the. So
They can call me Dhwani also. That's what Sadiq calls me. Dhwani.
there is a question actually. I don't know why. Research question نشان چرا بود با خاطر از اون یک دستاورد یا یک outcomeش کوینی می باشه که یا چرا شو پیدا کنه اینی دلیل است باز از خاطر که یک اکشن هم شود گفتن میتونیم که کورس ورکشاپ و معلومی که واقعا آگاه شوند که دخترها اشتراک دخترها به سر کاس ایلتش نیم چیزا بودن میکنن اینا شاید معلمین روشش بده دسیما چون وقت هم کرده است دسیما اونقدر تغییر آورده میدانه یعنی فقط اون تشخیص هم میشود باز امکان داره که یکی از اکتیویتیز میشود که شما میکنید منطقه آخری اکتیویتی میباشه بعد از اینکه باید پیدا کنید یکی از اکتیویتیز میباشه اگر سوال کم باید میباشه باز کارش وقتی شما تشخیص بدید میتونید که موبایل شیر میکنید با توسط ورکشاپ و همون معلومین تشخیص میکنید که شما روشتن که معلومه کامیونیتی دستاست شاید شما چون شما تایم باوند هستید وقت هم مختصر میکنیم ما هر یک دفعه همین فانی گفتم دیگران هم گفتن با شما یکی که گفتن که می انتخاب کن خوب است سوشل اینکلوژن است و اول فوکستان چونکی معلمین چی فکر میکنن یا مهم است معلم مفهومش چی است در علی دکتر اشتراکش آیا فکر میکنه که همین کو بس دکتر خاموش باشن یا چی اینی ضرورت است آیا قصدی است قصدی ضروری نیست که از ذهن باشن شاید فکر کنن که دکتر است دکتر خاموش بشن یاد بگیرن شاید این نظر بدل کردن ضرورت داشته باشه یا ممکن میخوای که دکتر اشتراک کنن دکتر شرمندوب هستن یا دفعه دکتر شده دفعه بزنی یا و متعدد دارن و هم زیاد کوشش نکرده که بده بیچاره چوب است خیلی آزادشان نمیتونه باشه. میشه که کسی باشه میشه که شده باشه ناگهان یا همون بچه که بسیار صدا دارن اونم معرفت بپرسن یا خاموش است میاره و گفت که از خاطر از این لیر دستی چندین سطح داره یک چیز نیست ممکن دکترا کدام پرابلم داره ممکن معلم کدام مشکل داره ممکن آدمیش کدام مشکل داره اینی را پیدا کنید که برای کمجرات بسنید طبعا کمجرات ساخته شده نیست خدا ممکن نیست ما کمجرات بسنید
در جریان کاری که میکنید ریسرچ میکنید این نظریه خودتان هست که کمجرات است. یا شما اینجا نمیارید خودتان اینجا نمیگید که کمجرات است. این را بان که همون معلمی یا خود شاگردا بر شما
این یک ازامشن شماست حالی باید از توسط ریسرچ نیست یا ثابت میشه یا غلط ثابت میشه شما حالی کسی ببینید گفتن که شما کدی معلومی نمیدونید اینتراکت میکنید از دو پرسان میکنید که مدیدن که رسن کم دکتران کم اشتراک میکنن یا نمیکنن هیچ اشتراک در سیشن چطور است نتیجهشان چطور است شما چی فکر میکنید چرا اینجوری است مطمئن معلوم کو کلا دیپند میکنه من خواهد بکنم که یک دو معلوم کنم میگه که من بس همراه دکتر هم جداگانه که سمی کنیم کشتر میآید نمیآید چیزا بس شما ندیدم که شما هیچ سوال جواب نمیدید چیزا بس اتنا بودین که از معلم میترسیم یا از بچه شما را دادانشان چیز نپردید شما خودتان بودین که چرا شما فرزند فلانی بچه پر سوالات جواب میده شما چرا جواب نمیدید یا اگر معلم پرسن چرا شما جواب نمیدید مشکل از او را داشته بس این رقمی هر دو طرفش بفهمین اگر ضرورت میبینیم که شاید مدد کدام نفر اگر مطالعاتش بوده میتونستیم که بفهمیم که بدنی علتش از خانه میباشه از کجا میباشه دکتر را پرسان کرده میدن در حقیقت چند کار برده هستیم شما چی میکنید واجب این کار حدس کو به او هم زدن میکنید اگر قابلش مستقیم دیده نمیدن که کام مشکل تبدیل که چون شما دارید دو سه معلم جواب چند کار میکنید یک سامپل پشت کام داشته مشکل است و معلم پدرش گفتن که وای نمیره باید پیدا کنیم که آیا این مفهوم معلم است که دکتر میره کمی باشه که دکتر با اون مفهومش بدایا میکنن یا دکتر آدم تو تربیت کردیم که باید خاموش و پس رفته باشن یا بعض اگر تشخیص هم شد شما این بر معلومین چطوری یاد میکنید میشم باید پلان کنید که معلومین چی میگین که شما یاد مثلا میگین یا فقط تطبیقات رو جواب میدین یا بخاطر حق از وجه کردن میتونه که جنجال جور میکنن باید هیچ با قسم دکتر و بچه و جای ذکر نکنی شاید بگونی که باز به کلاس دارید یا چرا باز نتیجهشان هم بکنید برای چی کنید از این وضعی که وارد دکتر جور کنید شاگرد جور کنید شاید حالی خوب نباشه که دکتر خوب این مردم احساساتی میشه دیگه خوب است که
یه امکان دارد که یه معلومشون بودن نمیتونه که در کانتکست ما دارست که سیم فشارده است زمان رو معلوم آمده بانک که مدار فرق مسئول است چون مشکلات است که
امکان داره دیگه هم شک شده نیست چون اکثر وقت معلمی هموسه روش شاگرد مشکل داره بار اونم بس برازواج تشکیل کده میتونیم متوجه شاگردایی که کام دارن میتونن شبکه واپس
استاد در افغانستان استادای دکترایی که به او را داخل میشن شاگردها را دکترا یاد میشه بس هر جا که مثلا سوال دیگه یورا میده دکترا زدن مونده میشه باز نمیفهمه
چندین حالت هست یک حالت هست ما تمام شهر بستم میکنیم در شهر دیگری وضع ببینیم که در قریه‌جات بسیار مشکلات ما مواجه میشیم ببینیم. اولا در اونجا این وضعیت فعلا در شهر هست که قرار اجازه ندارن در مکتب برن در قریه‌جات سال‌هاست این وضعیت برای اجازه نداشتن مکتب برن. یک مکتب دولتی است در اونجا بسیار رسیدگی سخت است از کوبندا طفلای خود دیر شدن نمیتونن جایی است که سیل از مسیر سیل پیشن اجازه ندارن و اگر اجازه هم دارن آیا در صنفایی که ما ساختیم از رسیدن معلمین استخدام می‌کنیم در اونجا و اون دختری که اصلا 11 یا 12 فارغ شده یگانه سورس مکتب است اون نمیدونه به نمیدونه معلمی را تازه استخدام شده و تازه امتیاز می‌گیریم اون فقط اون مکتب در اون نفس برای گفت خونده و میدونه معلمی را نمی‌فهمه یک دلیلش چی است معلم خودش امروز نمی‌فهمه روز ضرورت داره برای چه
دلایل که شما می‌بینید این دلایل در ریسرچ تو میگه که این دلایل باید از سیاران بگیرید
با ثبوت
با ثبوت باید باشه
شما شواهد
یعنی چیزی که همه شما یا باید امانت باید باشه چیزی که شما دلایل چون مثلا اینترنت خیلی کار کردید ولی عملا دیدید ولی از امشن از صفت از امشن شما رو پیش می‌برید یک فرضیه است برای تاکید راست
چون دیدید خدا
صحیح است
ولی اگر ریسرچ کام واقعی ریسرچ
چه شواهد داشته باشه
این شواهد امینه چیزی که باید باشه باشه یک فرضیه باشه باید از جایی که کار میکنه ریسرچ میکنه از اونجا این معلومات از اونجا به ثبوت بگیره این الان معلم باید باشه این که شما میگید این دلایلی که به شما معلوماتی باید از شاگرد بشنوید باید از والدین بشنوید و عملا پورا در جریان بازی سلوک و مکاتبی را باید دریافت کنید بعد از اون راپور کردن این تو نشود که شما خودتان میگه که
ما دادن زنا یاد
نه
و ساختن سوالا را مذهبت متوجه می باشیم ما برشان یاد نمیکنیم چی مشکل است نمیگیم مادر پدر اجازه نمیده یا پدر تو سخت هیچ جور نمیگیم میگیم شما بخوانید اینطوری میکنیم و اظهار کنیم من نمیخوایم اگر چون بگوییم از مادر میترسیم اگر بگوییم که میترسیم تو طبعا میترسیم یا بچه شما را آزاد میتن که شما را گفت بزنیم تو کار کنید آسان جوابش نمیست طبعا شاید نمو هم دراسش هم باشه و من ضرور نیست که ما بگوییم مثل اما تو از پیشش هم حوال میگیریم خب دیگر گفتن که همه معلومی این مشکل مطرح چی رقم میکنی ایران باید پلان کنیم مثل که حالی گفتیم وارد چطور وادار میسازیم که دکترها را اشتراک بدیم حالی ما شاید نفترم که بگویم دکترها را اشتراک بدیم میگیم که متوجه باشیم که کل شاگرده باید اشتراک کنیم که فرزن نامش هم گرفتم میکنیم که فرزن اینا فرزن اینا اشتراک نکردن بعد برشان نقص مسجون و کمتر استفاده میکنن از درستان متوجه باشید که اگر توی مستقیم نمیتونن در گروپ بسازید که دوایی خودم را تکرار کنن اگر اشتراک شما بشنوید که اگر هر شاگردایی که کم گفت میزنن شاگردا بگوین اگر دکتر بچه بگوین و اساسیت اگر باشه زیاد نظر گرفتن میشه نظر گرفتن میشه چون افلاس ما بچه را بسازیم دیگه تحقیق شما حالی بعد از این سوالش بدل میکنیم که چرا میشود و چرا زنان دکتر اکسکلود میشه میگه که با توسط سایبا و اکتیوی و شایده تنمی روش چیزا مثلا که داخل ترشیز میگه این بچه‌هاش کاملا میتونن چیزا واسه شما توجه میکنید و بس یک اتاق ورکشاپ شاید ضرورت برای یک روز چی هم نباشه شاید برای ساعت یا 2 ساعت میشنید که میفهمید زمان باشه میشه بسیار بهتری که درست و برشان این مشوره دارید اینی رو نمتر شده میکنه شاید پس Luar berobat juga dalam asan juga penting itu saat bisa tentang kampanye bagi manusia. Ini kurang syabir. Kita saat kita lakukan pada semua ini pada ya juga penguasaan kismet kalau mustahil juga partner yang dengan kami kena vascular kita sih kena ini Ucciandi Chivas o aşmıştım. Hali tutuklanın ki दोबारा सर एक्शन प्लान का कोई सर इसमें भी नजर क्या है कि चार प्लान दादर्श नजरिया नजर के रखते कि कोशिश करें कि अगला इस्लाम कोशिश करें कि इमरोज शाह बाय given a timeline of our template after applying but funny over one child officer in Burma Kami hari yang kita searchkan ini berumah cuma berpengajar cuma mauzu itu dalam kasih waktu ini pada kami tanah saat kami tanah ada mau cuma itu ini wahai mentor sampai
Hi, Anvarullah or Zulekha, any one of you. We were wondering if you all want to continue your discussions and we could meet you tomorrow morning directly.
Okay. Would you
Let
like,
us know.
would you like to leave?
No, you tell us. If you would like us to stay, we're okay.
Hi, Dhwani. I think they are now working on their action plans again.
Yeah.
In fact, something happened after this presentation with Zarguna. Although her question is interesting, now she's suddenly worried that if because she comes from Balkh province, and
Right.
that is one of the very few provinces in Afghanistan where so far girls' schooling is going on uninterrupted. So she says, I don't want to
Understood.
I don't want to sort of make ripples in case that suddenly people wake up to the fact that girls are going to school. So she says, I don't want to sort of cause, like it could bring it to the notice of people if in those classes where girls are going to school, that, oh, girls are going to school, like, so she is now reconsidering. She wants to do something about science now. So I said, it's all right. We have to not do any harm. So if you are afraid that this could ripple feathers.
Or if she wants to anonymize everything about her research, so like not mention the province, not mention any names, not mention, the school teachers' names, that is an option. And we will not publicize this. This will not go beyond.
In any case, like it will not be, it's unlikely that it will be read in Afghanistan. She's just a little worried. I will suggest it to her, like, even if she mentions it, like the province or the school, it does not make any difference, because I don't believe it is very likely that anybody in the Ministry of Education here or in her province would
Pay
either
attention. Yeah, and see, one of the things, Zulekha, we are doing with, and we've been talking to Anvarullah and Sadiq about it, we are very conscious of not even taking the photos of the fellows out without the permission. In fact, the women fellows photos will not be out and any details or any reporting is not going out for any public dissemination unless you're absolutely sure that this does not share any kind of details about the fellows or anyone. So maybe you can talk to her, tell her it's an interesting topic and she can anonymize everything. And if she's worried about her going to the school and then talking to them and someone noticing that or something of that sort, that is a different situation scenario. So maybe I think you're the best person to sort of understand,
Yeah.
you know.
She's already started thinking about a biology topic or something, but I will tell her she can, like, she doesn't have to decide right away. She can think more carefully about it.
Yeah.
And see if there is a
topic itself.
And she can also modify that topic itself. No, but her main worry, Rima, is that girls going to school itself is an unusual thing.
Yeah, in her case, in this scenario, in this context right now, Balkh is one of the very, very few provinces where girls' education up to high school has not been disturbed. So she doesn't want to cause any waves or to bring it to the attention of anybody that, that this is an anomaly, not the norm right now. So,
Yeah. She
yeah,
can think about this, Sulekha. You can talk to her, understand, how can, I don't know, she can find ways to sort of not be worried and continue her research without revealing too much. And please tell her from our side, it is not going to anyone except for the course instructors and her academic mentor.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
going
and
anywhere.
I can tell her to kind of sort of, at least for the field work, she can expand it to include all the children who are
Exactly. Yeah.
excluded, like the boys and the girls. She can have focus groups with the boys and girls so that it doesn't look like it's about
It's only girls. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. She can also do that.
like that, because it is not just in a lot of typical classes, the teachers just focus on like 5 or 6 or 10 students who sit in front and then tend to neglect the other students in the back. So
yeah,
it could be for including, tell the teachers that it's about including everybody, and her mini training can also be about
or just increased participation, like increased interaction between the teacher and the students. That could be the general topic.
And yeah, the training the mini training can also be about including sort of enhancing participation of students in one way.
And one more thing about her topic, Zulekha, although I said training, but I remember Metli ma'am when she said that, you could very well stop yourself at the problem. You could very well just inquire that, what is the teacher doing, which is sort of not stopping, but which is sort of creating that sort of environment in the classroom where the students are not very interactive, or what are the students doing, their interest levels or something, and then just present that to the teacher. That itself, she is taking the action of observing the environment for the teacher and telling her these 5-6 things are happening, and maybe these 5 things you can try out. So she does not really have to design a training per se, because I remember Methli ma'am sort of also said that every action research does not have to be about training the teacher. It's just about involving the teacher somehow in your.
And it could also be about the teacher themselves, sort of reflecting on what's happening in their classrooms, right? So the observation will give them a piece to reflect on and how they can then make the class more participatory.
Yeah, and she can also share stories of other examples in the world in similar scenarios, in low resource context, how teachers sort of promote interaction.
She can blame the large numbers in the class and say, like, this tends to happen when only students in front are attentive and they are the people who are participating. So there are some things that can be done to make sure that students in the back are also doing things and learning in the process. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I will tell her that if she can rethink, think it through, and if it feels like it's possible, we would be happy that she do.
Yeah, because we found that she was very passionate about the topic.
She is.
And
she is.
yeah.
And now that she's ISIS kind of narrowed it down to this, now she suddenly got worried about So, yeah, I will tell her that it's not compulsory, but consider thinking about how you can do it without harming anybody or like without.
Yeah, and also the fact that we are not taking this sort, I mean, her research, and even in the compendium, we will anonymize everything or all of that sort. Zulekha, I think Mr. Mohammed Wali has joined online. So I don't know if you want to check in with him. I don't know if he was able to be a part of the group discussions.
He was not part of a whole lot. It might be worth it talking to Mr. Ruhullah about his participation, because he has not really been there. I don't know him, but please speak to Mr. Ruhullah separately, maybe later.
All right, I'll do that. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I speak to my group.
Yeah. All right. Zulekha, we'll end the day for now, and we'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you break your fast very soon. Bye.